If you're like me, you want to give your kids the best future possible. However, probably don't want to do it at the cost of your own personal retirement. You and your wife work hard and you want to be able to retire someday, but you've got all these kids, they want to go to college. And so how do you balance that? In this video, we're going to talk about the ways to balance that. I'm going to share with you some tips that I've come up with to share with my clients and customers. Not only am I a father of 5 children, but I'm a former financial advisor turned financial educator and coach. And I love helping people manage, protect, and grow their money. And in this video, we're going to talk about how you can balance saving for your retirement and helping your kids get the best future possible and college planning for them. So make sure you stay tuned to all 5 tips that I'm going to give you. And then I'm going to share with you my personal story about what I've done with my 5 kids. Most people think that they have to choose between college or retirement, but what if there was a way to do both? And which one should you choose if you did have to actually choose or focus in on? And so I'm going to share with you some of those things. Tell me if you've thought this before. My kids come first, I'll worry about retirement later. Or maybe you've said this, retirement is too far off. College is just around the corner and I need to save for it. Well, the reality is the sooner you start saving for retirement, the better. The best time to start saving for retirement was when you were younger. And if you haven't started already, the best time to start is now. The reality is that there are loans and scholarships and FAFSA and other things for college and college planning. You can actually go to school and you can accrue a little bit of debt or maybe a lot of debt depending on what you're doing, and then you can pay for it during or after. You could actually go to school, work, and pay as you go. Where retirement, you can't pay as you go. There are no loans for it. Social Security is barely even anything to talk about. And retirement, you pretty much have to preload it. Like everything for retirement that you're going to need, you have to do it before you get there. You can't do anything after you're there. And once you're done with retirement, you've left the earth. So there's nothing that you can do about it after you're done with it. So retirement is the one thing that you have to front load. There's nothing you can do other than that in order to make it to retirement. So I personally think you should prioritize retirement. But I'm going to give you 5 things to think about as you're planning on whether or not you should focus on retirement or college. The first one is get clear on the costs. What college do your kids want to go to? What programs do they want to be involved in? Can they go to a community college and get some of the gen eds out of the way and then transfer to a UC or a university of some kind? The other thing is your retirement costs. What is it going to really cost to retire? How much money are you going to need to have saved up? Have you calculated your financial independence number? I've done a video on how to calculate your financial independence number, and it's highly important that you take time to do this. Because if you don't know what your number is, you don't know what the goal is. If you don't know what the goal is, you're never going to hit it. So check up here and see where, check out that video on how to calculate your financial independence number. The second thing is to prioritize retirement first. This is something that may go counterintuitive to your desire as a parent, to your desire as a father or mother to help your kids get where they need to go. I promise you, your kids are going to be just fine. Prioritize your retirement first. The earlier you start saving retirement, the more you start saving retirement, the better. If you want to be able to save more and you're worried about where to find the money, you're going to want to download my free ebook. Check out the description below for my free ebook. Also, the other thing too is that you don't want your kids to have to pay for you in retirement. So it's more important for you to pay for retirement up front, get it squared away, and then be able to live comfortably so that your kids don't have to take care of you. They don't have to pay for the nursing home and the long-term care, and they don't have to pay your bills because you have enough money to be able. I promise you, your kids are going to be grateful that you prioritize retirement over college because of the next couple of steps. I'm going to share with you why. The third step is maybe you can do a little bit of both. Maybe maybe if you've got 20% of your income that you can save, take 10 or 15 of it and save towards retirement, and then take 5 or 10% of it and save towards college planning. Now, where should you save your money? I've done a video on UTMAs and UGMAs, Uniform Gift to Minors and Uniform Trust to Minor Act. I also talk a little bit about 529 plans. So 529 plans are excellent college saving plans. So whether you're saving for college or you're saving for retirement, make sure you're getting as many tax advantages as possible. The fourth thing that I would say is get your kids involved. There's nothing like having them involved in the conversation, involved in the plan. When they're on board, they're going to be able to work with you, and 2 heads are always better than 1. They're going to be able to work with you to be able to accomplish the goal to get them through college, to get you through retirement. If you bring them on board early, they're not going to have any resentments and they're not going to have any fears about what to do because you're going to have talked about it with them. You're going to have a discussion with them. You're going to reason with them. You're going to share with them the pros and cons of each thing. And so they know exactly what they can do to be able to get there. There's all kinds of loans that they can get. There's all kinds of FAFSA. There's scholarships, they can get good grades, they can qualify for all kinds of great things that way. If they're willing to do the work, they can actually get a FAFSA. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that my kids did to be able to accomplish their goals in going to college or trade school. And so that's the fifth thing, is be flexible. You may not have a kid that wants to go to college. You might have saved all this money for college and they want to go to a trade school, or they want to start a real estate agency, or they want to start an insurance agency, or they want to start a business of some kind. There's nothing to do or no need for them to even go to college or universities. And so you've got all this money tied up in a 529 plan or something else that it requires schooling, but they don't want to go to school. So what do you do with it then? So it's important to talk to them about what are their goals. And I would highly recommend, as a father, that we have goals for our kids. Don't get me wrong, I do have goals for my kids, but at the end of the day, it's really about their life. It's really about encouraging them and mentoring them to live the best life that they want to live. All right, so now I want to share with you my real life scenario about what I've done with my own kids. But before I do, let me share with you that I'm trying to build a school community. A community where like-minded people could come together, where I can teach you all about financial literacy. I've been a financial advisor, I've been a financial planner, I've been a financial educator, I'm currently a financial educator and a coach. I've been doing this for 20 plus years, almost 25 years now actually. If you ever said to yourself, I wish they would teach this in school, well, I've got the Skool community. So go click the link in the description below and join my Skool community. It's free right now. As of this video recording, it's free for anybody who wants to join, but I am going to be increasing the price. All right, let me share with you my personal experience about what I'm doing with my kids. So my oldest son, he decided to go to, he didn't want to go to college at first. He wanted to go get a career and he wanted to work as a business owner. He was very entrepreneurial, kind of like me, took after his dad. And he realized though, after a little while, that he probably should have some schooling just as a backup. Well, he's doing very well, and all of his college money has come from FAFSA. So he's gotten loans. And right now he's actually got some grants, he's got some Pell Grants. He was able to actually get all the money he needed, plus some, to be able to pay for his housing and books and everything else, because he also qualified for some grants. My next kid, who's my oldest daughter, she was very interested in the STEM program, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. And they absolutely want women in their program. And she was like, Dad, I can get a great scholarship, I can get grants, I can get all kinds of loans. They're basically handing out money here. Take our money for women to go into the STEM program. And so she went to a UC school in California, and she was able to have almost all of that paid for. And frankly, we're grateful. We had to help her with some housing and some other things, so we did that as we went. And she worked, and she was able to help pay and subsidize a lot of stuff, but almost all of her tuitions or books, all that stuff was all paid for. My third daughter, my third child, she decided that she tried this college route, got her FAFSA, got her loans, applied for school, and then was like, yeah, Dad, school's not for me. And then she realized that she wanted to go into the trades. She's now a nail tech, she's in the beauty industry, and she's a great tattoo artist. Who would have thought? So the one thing that's amazing about all your kids is they're going to choose different things. My fourth child, who is my second son, he decided that he wants to go to a university right off. And I said, well, let's talk a little bit about that. Unfortunately, your mom and I did prioritize retirement over college, and so we don't have a lot of money saved up for you. Maybe if you got a job and you worked, we could do some things. And come to find out that he actually was, the program that he wanted to get into was delayed. And so he was like, Dad, it's delayed a couple years. I can actually go to the local university here that's closer, pay way less in fees, and go to school with my brother actually. So what's really exciting about that is he's going to be able to still live at home, so he's going to save a bunch of money. He's going to be able to get FAFSA as well, and so he's going to be able to pay for all this, and he's working, so he's going to pay as he goes. So my fifth child is my third daughter, and she's still in junior high, so thankfully I have some time to think about what to do with her. How many kids do you have, and what are your thoughts on this video? Do you have more than one child? Are you prioritizing college or retirement? After this video, did I convince you in any way to prioritize retirement first? I promise you cannot pay for retirement after you've gotten there. You can, however, pay for college after you've gotten there. So I highly recommend that you prioritize your retirement over your children's college, because there's all kinds of resources for them to get through college, and there's not as many resources for retirees. Whatever you do, make sure that you're spending time every single day to turn your income into wealth and build a massive bank account. If you are looking to create some passive income in your life, you're going to want to check out this video right here. Until the next one, have a fantastic day.